Hey everyone, today I'm showing off my experience with SAS's A350 Business class. Fair warning, this is an overdue video since it was filmed in November 2021. Since then, a lot has changed. SAS has significantly reduced their A350 fleet and filed for Chapter 11 bankruptcy, leading into the restructuring of the airline. And on top, always seems to be fighting with their unions. But I digress. Airline politics isn't what you came here for, right? You wanted to see a fancy business class seat. Well, here I am at LAX after stepping off a JetBlue flight from SFO. Today I'm visiting Stockholm via Copenhagen. It's been in my intentions to try out SAS's business class, and today's flight was the best option. Check-in was straightforward, considering the COVID restrictions at the time. As with most international airlines here at LAX, SAS flies out of TBIT. Luckily for once, I was invited into the Star Alliance lounge here. This is hands down the nicest lounge I've ever visited. Great aesthetics and style, food spread, amenities, and even a nice outdoor patio. I got a pretty decent spread for breakfast, and got a little bit of work done. But after about 90 minutes, it was time to head down to the gate and check out my gorgeous aircraft for today's flight. This super sleek A350 was only a year and a half old during the time of filming this, and will be taking me the 10-hour hop to Copenhagen. Upon first sight of the cabin, I'm already loving the style and color palette of the interior. The business class is laid out in a 1-2-1 configuration, with the window seat alternating between one closer to the aisle and one closer to the window. I was originally sat in the one next to the aisle, but eventually moved to one closer to the window. This business class seat is also found on a few Lufthansa A350s they purchased from Philippine Airlines. But before I got a chance to try that seat, this was the first time I was introduced to it. To go over the seat, we got this small remote with a touchpad and flight duration time on it. Next to it is the headphone jack and universal power outlet. On top is a small storage shelf with noise cancelling headphones. To the front of the seat there are two literature pockets, one on top and one on bottom, with a coat hook that pops out. The footwell is of a decent size, along with this brand new 4K IFE screen. The glare wasn't an issue when we got up in the air. There's still lots more to the seat, but I'll get to that in a bit. In the meantime, let's check out the IFE. Despite the glare, I absolutely love this 4K screen, and how responsive it is. There were some half-decent movie options on here, but it wasn't extensive as most carriers, even feeling a little bit limited at points. Despite all that, we still got some A350 camera views. Admittedly a little hard to figure out, I got the tray table to pop out as well. A nice space that's sturdy, but good luck trying to get out of here with food or personal belongings on here. Just before we push back, it was time to put on that 3-point seatbelt. After the beautiful climb out of LA, let's get into the Wi-Fi. Wi-Fi is complimentary for all business class passengers. You just enter your name and the booking confirmation code. Browsing was fast, but it was restricted. That's why I used today's sponsor, Nord. I'm just joking. They're actually not sponsoring this video, but if you're interested, I'm open to it, as I really like their product. That being said, you need a VPN to bypass some restrictions for streaming sites like YouTube and Netflix. While waiting for the meal service, let's check out the Medi kit, provided by Swedish brand Filippa K. A standard spread of socks, an eye mask, toothbrush and toothpaste, and finally hand cream and lip balm. There's not much to it, but I do like the minimalist look of the case. The meal service started with a gin and tonic, alongside a pack of cashews. A pair of noise-canceling headphones are provided, and weren't too bad and comfortable, but I'd recommend bringing your own pair. Again, this was filmed during the coming out of COVID restrictions. Everything was all served on one tray. Despite that, the presentation was actually very nice. A small salad along with a smoked salmon appetizer to start, and a potato dumpling entree, alongside with after-dinner chocolates. The meal was pretty decent, but nothing to cry home about. I'm okay with this considering the offerings available at the time. Time to check out the nicest lavatory I've seen on a plane to date. It was kept so clean and had such amazing touches to it, although the one in the front is very different. I'll get into that in a bit. Despite the staggered seating, I found myself sleeping well with all this bedding provided. Besides the seat controls next to the shelf, there are ones next to the bed for when it's reclined. If you get a bit hungry throughout the flight, there are some snacks available in the galley. If not as hungry, there is a breakfast served right before landing. This is a basic European spread of cold cut meats with some yogurt on the side. I lost the footage of it, but I'll mention it as we come into land. Don't go into the front galley of the aircraft. The area is curtained off for crew use only. After waking up in the daze and not seeing the sign tangled up in the curtain, I used the front lavatory. There wasn't much in there, but when I came out, the in-charge flight attendant and the captain told me never to go in the front ever again. An honest mistake, but this is the only time I've seen crew block off the galley for crew use only. It's rather unfortunate that SAS has to restructure, as I see this being a good product with tons more to deliver. A good aircraft, seat, design, and the staff are pretty good. Well, besides that little incident. The IFE could use a bit more options, as a few people were all watching Crazy Stupid Loves simultaneously, and the food offerings could be a bit more improved. But maybe since filming this, the meals have been improved. Regardless, SAS has gone through quite a bit for some time now, losing revenue year over year, and can't seem to find a good middle ground with their employees. I really hope the future is bright for not only the airline, but their employees too, as they've been around for so long. Having the opportunity to try this option again is growing slimmer and slimmer, as their long-haul fleet size has been significantly reduced. But I really do hope I get the chance to try this again, as I enjoyed my time with SAS. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thanks again to you all for taking the time to watch this overdue video, and I'll see you in the next one.